Hello, I'm new to this, but I just wanted to make a comparative review of the two wheels. I'm a newbie, so I don't know if there's any value to this. This is Gotway's MCM5, and this is the MSuper Plus, also a Gotway. They both have 84 volts. My app tells me I've been driving for 22 hours, but a shout out, I just had an injury. I broke my bloody leg. And then on the internet I became acquainted with this, and it looks like a ton of fun, and especially a shout out from the three Swedish sources of inspiration, Mike, Monica and Petras. I was lying in the hospital and saw their videos and thought I just want to have one of them machines. So I did, and fast forward now I can sort of walk. I still have a limp, but I'm using these two. So back to the topic at hand. I've been trying an uphill test, and I find that this is faster, but that's not the real thing. The real thing is I dare to lean forward a lot more on that one because I trust myself more, because it's sturdy. This one is newer to me, and it makes me a little nervous, but it has a lot of power. So as you will see in the test, the uphill test in a wee bit, this one, well, it's got a thing going on. Hang on a second. I'm trying to go as fast upwards as I possibly can on the two wheels, and the thing is, I don't trust myself on the small wheel, so it's a challenge. The point here is that wobbliness does not come from the machine; it comes from the person. The wobbliness does not come from the block machine, it comes from the person. But this is where I live, and you will always notice there's these leaves here and there, and that's a potential risk. I don't really like driving in them, but I'm getting used to it. So a comparison review of these two wheels is, of course, that the small strong one feels fluffy and unstable underneath me, and the big one feels like I'm bloody railroaded and it's rock solid. And it's the first one I had. I learned this on a totally ridiculous little machine that I'll show you later. But the thing is, you should of course have both, because they're very different. And one thing I've noticed about EUC people is that they always tend to say, oh, they're both very nice wheels, but they're very different, as an indication of you need more than one. I didn't quite understand that to begin with. I mean, if they're different, one of them must be nicer than the other, right? Maybe I'm not right. Anyways, so fast forward. The MCM5, I don't know what this stands for, because I mean, Gotway, the information you get from that firm is absolutely next to nothing. Some people claim it means something like a mountain climber or something. If I were to climb a mountain, I'd probably prefer the other one. But there's a very convincing video showing the acrobatic moves you can make with the small one and how extremely powerful it is. So maybe that's the right weapon of choice. But for me now, I would say that the MSX is very stable, it's very sturdy, and it is the perfect choice, I think, for a beginner. Because you're not folding anywhere, it's not wiggling sideways, you just stand up straight and it's doing what it's supposed to do. There's no problems with that. But the other one has huge advantages too because of turning. It's a lot easier to turn the damn thing. You want to turn right, you want to turn left, you're in traffic or whatever, that one's really your friend. And the MSX will have a very huge curve and will turn slowly. So they're very different animals for a beginner. But the important thing to me, I think, is that the MCM5, it will, when you're a beginner, wiggle sideways, but it has so much power that it's very, very easy to get up on it again. one of the reasons I bought these was that I wanted to drive with my dogs when I'm not throwing frisbees. They're having a discussion about the frisbee right now. You win, Elise. Yeah, you're the dominant bitch, and he's just a castrated little silly bugger. Yeah. On a different note, when I'm running fast, one of the dogs thinks I'm in some sort of danger, and she's staying behind me sort of to protect me from being attacked from behind, whether I go skiing, bicycling, or doing this. It's a bit unusual. There, the one just loves running. So, I would definitely say that go for the big sturdy one if you're a beginner. I learned this on this ridiculous toy. The All-Wheel X2. Well, that's how I learned it. But when I got the big sturdy one, things got a lot easier. So, it's probably banal to those of you who know the game better than I do, but tire pressure is extremely important. You can read here and there what good tire pressure is, but the thing is that I've just adjusted a little to the tire pressures on both of the wheels, and it makes a huge difference. I'm driving now where there's falling leaves all over the place, and the falling leaves drift by my window, falling leaves of red and gold, the falling leaves drift by my window. Oh, that's not what we're talking about. So I feel that the sturdy one will bring me through rubble and mud and falling leaves and that sort of thing better than the other one. But the huge advantage with this one is things that go a little off balance. It has so much speed and so much power, and what's the word? Torque? It's spelled with a Q. It looks French. Well, you don't need a lot of power to turn this around. So in the long run, I think I'll be very pleased with both of them, but this will be the funny little guy that I use for urban commuting and that I can bring anywhere. And the other one will probably, to begin with at least, be for off-roading. What's new to me is wet grass and rubble and going uphill and stuff. But I think I just want to shout out to my 3 Swedish friends, another who have instructional videos on the net. I've really learned a lot from it, and from the user groups and the Facebook groups. So if one of them got lost, would I buy another one? Definitely yes. Is it a nice thing to have 2 very different wheels? Yes, absolutely. But I'm a newbie, and I read somewhere that maybe this is made for mountain climbing, but there was a bloke over at Speedy Feet saying never again would you go off-road with this one. He would prefer a bigger and sturdier machine. I don't know anything about that, but as far as I'm concerned, this one is better for commuting and better for navigating fast. This one is more stable, and I love both of them to bits. Is there anything more I could say about them? Yeah, I think the way you handle them, that this one is easier to navigate when you're walking alongside it, and very different animals, and I suggest you buy both. And of course you can buy the Monster and the Luffy and smaller and bigger and what have you, but I really believe that if you have these two, you get a lot of fun and different options. And that's about the size of it. Cheers, have fun, and don't do anything I would do. I almost forgot, if you do the G-spot thing here, if you have a firm grip here when you carry it, There's a switch inside it switching off the damn thing. That's a very nice feature. The other one, you have to switch it off completely in order to be 100% sure that it's not starting as you carry it along. Are there any improvements I could suggest? Yes, that Gotway made manuals that taught you about the time it takes to recharge and what have you not. But dealing with the speedy feed of the UK, there's a friendly little note explaining a lot of very basic things that you really need to know. I don't know what the hell Gotway is not informing about these matters. Anyway, I love them both to bits, and this is going to be the new passion of mine. I've been kite surfing for many years, but this is so much more fun. I love it, and thanks for the inspiration, and I hope that this was useful for any of you. I have my limitations. I'm still new to this, and I don't care to toss about technicalities and specs and what have you. They're great fun, both of them. This is the lively one that under your feet will change direction and is very easy to maneuver. This is the fast, sturdy one that is railroading you to wherever you want to go. They're very different, but this one is a powerhouse. I understand why they use that term. Cheers, have fun.